Welcome acolytes, and thank you to Shadowmaster for recommending this video, because this is a brave new slob. Don't know the channel, you know. Oh, he's even got a banger here, damn. Good for him. I'm gonna look at this up, what is this actually about, and if you don't know the character, it's Robin Hood. Yeah, the fairy version, but this thing was beautiful. Let's just start and see what Brave New Slob has to say about
But
it.
almost had my name on it, didn't it?
The writing, the art, and the voice acting
We need more men like this, by the way.
all blend perfectly to create a hero of unusual tenderness. We've seen all sorts of heroes through our Disney movies, but there's something so warm and loving in Robin Hood. Look at the way he notices the arrow in his hat.
Hello.
He greets it with a sort of paternal affection. After
Yes. You know why? Because he is a freaking beast. To stay calm like this, breathing through and showing every single one, every single person that is there, just that, yep, even if something goes wrong, I will stay calm. You're safe with me. This is something that a lot of men don't understand.
After the sheriff steals the kid's present, Robin Hood saves the day by gifting him a bow and arrow. The kids run out the door to play with it. But we, the audience, remain briefly with Robin Hood and their mother. Robin Hood becomes serious for a moment and gives a bag of money to the mother. This is the type of moment that kids don't normally see, because it's what happens precisely when they leave the room. Maybe I'm just rationalizing my childhood love of this movie, or maybe I'm really onto something. I think this moment is so moving because it completely changes our understanding of Robin Hood.
Yep.
It makes us recontextualize the previous scenes. So far, we saw Little John as the voice of reason and Robin Hood as the compassionate but goofy daredevil.
That was just a bit of a lark, Little John.
Yeah? Take a look at your hat.
Now, for the first time, we hear a seriousness and note of melancholy edge into his voice.
How can I ever thank you?
I only wish I could do more. Here.
In this one line, he becomes a tragic hero, cursed to risk life and limb on the Sisyphean impossible task of saving these families. He doesn't tell the mother a funny story of how he got the money. He doesn't joke about what she's going to spend it on. There's no arrogance or smugness or self-congratulation in giving it.
Keep your chin up.
Yes, you are correct. There is nothing of this in it. And this is pure, unfiltered kindness. And it's so rare that it's just beautiful to see. I really have to rewatch this film.
Someday there'll be happiness again in Nottingham.
Huge credit here to Robin Hood's voice actor, Brian Bedford. I didn't know this, but it makes sense now. He was a stage actor and director of Shakespeare. Now we're up to the centerpiece of the movie, the archery competition where Robin Hood, in disguise, tries to earn a kiss from Maid Marian. After winning the tournament, Robin Hood is exposed and captured. And again, he drops the jokes and the games and the goofiness, and he startles us with this Shakespearean intensity.
Marian, my darling, I love you more than life itself.
I can't imagine many other actors could make us believe such a sentimental line, let alone one coming out of a character who is just wobbling around on stilts, dressed like a stork, talking like a buffoon.
Robin Hood, he says, wow.
And they did a particularly good job about
we
it.
see the old soul beneath all the youthful silliness. It makes him feel more like a wise old grandfather, whose goofiness with his grandkids does not betray a lack of maturity, but rather a surplus of it. Like that of a playful monk, whose easy smile hides his hard-won wisdom.
And by the way, if you actually watch this scene, because I can remember this scene to this day, he doesn't just make it like a goofy little funny thing. He also expertly manipulates the fucker so he misses or shoots a bit less accurate. Because even if you get someone to fully concentrate on something, you just can get so good results. Beastly results, beastly good results, acolytes. But if you take the mind of the person just a bit out, the results can be worse. Even if it's just a few words, if it's a bit worse, it could make you win a situation. So yes, there is so much. Yeah,
because
I
Robin
agree
Hood
with
is
him.
already a fully formed leader. He's already completed the hero's journey way before this movie started.
Correct.
So in this climax, it's not the final crucible for him to become the hero. This isn't like Simba's confrontation with Scar. It's an interesting storytelling choice. The mice donate their last farthing, and then the sheriff steals it from the poor box. Friar Tuck attacks him for that, and is then sentenced to death. Robin Hood and Little John respond by breaking out all the prisoners, including Friar Tuck, and stealing back the villagers' gold. And so our climax is mostly a lighthearted adventure. We do have an emotional, serious scene at the very end of the prison break and gold heist. Robin Hood is in mortal danger and is cornered by the sheriff in a high tower. But he's been willing to risk danger and death all movie. I think the movie would have greatly benefited by giving Robin Hood a flaw that he overcame in this climax to make it an act of growth, or to show the villagers uniting and fighting back in some way that felt like growth. It's perfectly fine for some stories to be more of a fun fable or an old-fashioned adventure, but I think we needed a little more in the end here.
No, I'm gonna be honest, I disagree with him on this particular case. It's good to have just people that you can actually set the goal to actually reaching this amount of just being this awesome. Let's just say it like that, acolytes. This trick is actually used quite often in video games. If you start something or a game in the tutorial, you see someone that's way better than you and just goes out and does pretty mad things, swing spells, and you're a little level 1 noob doing nothing, and then you get to the power level of the person that you actually go in and even fight the person. And this is fine here. Robin Hood was just as he was, and he was good at it. He is. It's not something that you want to see the character journey. It's something to inspire to be. So yeah, that's what I think. So I.
The end is still sweet though. Its final moments radiate the exact feelings with which you'd want to leave a fable like this: optimism, joy, and adventure. Subscribe for more thoughts on movies, or like.
Very interesting. Show the man some love. At the end of the day, yeah, he's correct about it. I think this is on point for the most part, except for the rest. But as always, I mean, you can disagree on a lot of things, so there's nothing better actually. The core thing is there, but as it is,